Have you ever noticed someone who never complains? No matter what happens, they stay quiet. Bad day at work, silent. Relationship problems, they handle it alone. Traffic, stress, disappointment, they absorb it all without a word. In a world where complaining is almost a social ritual, these people seem almost invisible. But psychology says this silence isn't weakness. It actually reveals something powerful about their mindset and emotional strength. Let's break down the real psychology behind people who never complain. 1. Internal locus of control. Psychologists say people who rarely complain have something called an internal locus of control. That means they believe they control their own outcomes, not external circumstances. While most people blame traffic, the weather, or other people, they focus on what they can actually change. They don't waste energy on things outside their control. And that's not passivity, that's strategic emotional management. 2. High emotional regulation. Research on emotional intelligence shows that non-complainers have mastered self-regulation. They feel frustration, anger, and disappointment just like everyone else. But instead of venting immediately, they process internally. They pause, they reflect, they choose their response rather than react impulsively. This comes from a deeper understanding that complaining rarely solves the actual problem. 3. They protect their mental energy. Neuroscience research shows that complaining activates stress pathways in the brain. The more you complain, the more your brain gets wired for negativity. People who stay silent understand this on an intuitive level. They refuse to reinforce negative thought patterns. They'd rather use that mental energy to find solutions or simply move forward. It's not denial, it's deliberate cognitive conservation. 4. Deep personal responsibility. People who don't complain often have a strong sense of accountability. They see challenges as their own to solve, not the world's fault. Psychologists call this mature defense mechanism. Instead of projecting blame outward, they look inward first. They ask, "What can I do?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" That subtle shift in mindset creates entirely different life outcomes. 5. They value authentic connection. Many non-complainers avoid complaints because they understand social dynamics deeply. They know that constant complaining drains relationships and creates negative social identity. They prefer meaningful conversations over superficial venting sessions. When they do share struggles, it's intentional and with people they trust. Quality over quantity in emotional expression. So next time you meet someone who never complains, don't assume they have an easy life or they're emotionally distant. They might just be emotionally intelligent, solution-focused, and mentally resilient. They don't need to voice every frustration to feel heard. And that's real inner strength. If you're fascinated by the psychology behind everyday behavior, subscribe now. Because on this channel, we don't just observe people, we decode what makes them tick. Remember, the loudest person in the room isn't always the strongest. Sometimes the one who says nothing is the one who's already won. Silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. And if you've made it this far, you already understand that. Welcome to the community of deep thinkers.